playing playing it yesterday, chatting with people on chat, I just realised I wanted to go back to Frostpunk. Like, I am enjoying this, but I do think there's a disconnect between this God game that I'm playing here and the narrative of the people that I'm playing with. There's absolute control over everyone's lives. So there's lots of storage goods near capacity. I think that means that... Oh, the storage barn is full. Let's just build a new storage barn. That's the solution. Stockpile, storage barn. Why not? So I'm planning to put a market in that space. Eventually. I was mostly talking yesterday when I was playing. I wasn't really paying that much attention to what was going on. So one more builder. Actually, I should probably have more builders because there won't be labourers. Hiya. But I almost have a trading post, which is exciting. The reserve of logs is almost always low, and this is not yet built. I think that's just telling me I don't have enough builders. I'm really enjoying that everyone becomes labourers in summer. That makes life a lot easier. These are very calm deer. So I'm kind of sad that I forgot that I told them to get rid of all of the rocks and trees here. It was quite a nice cover to the river on one side. You're not working because the materials required... Oh, because we still don't have enough logs. Can somebody go and build that, please? We have a trading post. Now, how on earth does a trading post work? These are items we have. This is complicated. Do I need to assign a trader? I need to assign many traders. I would like to purchase... I wanted to purchase livestock, but that doesn't seem to be an option here. Trade. Maybe a trader will turn up and I can do some trading with them. I don't know how it all works. Produce goods, so the storage barn will help with that. Once this is built... I should maybe just give it a bit of time, see what happens. Do people have space to live? People have space to live, but not necessarily start new families. I think I'm okay with that. I think starting new families now... I don't know, just it could all just go wrong. I'm tempted to expand to over here. Have a little outcrop. I feel like I'm not too far off. I don't know, kind of getting through the tech tree effectively. Like, obviously I'm not there. There's lots more I could do, but there's a big difference between things that are self-enabling. Like, building a mine would allow me to build more stuff, but it's not sort of fascinating in its own right. Let's speed time up a little bit. And also check on how Frostpunk is doing. Oops. Do that first. Come on, number. Get small. I guess I am doing multiple things at once. It may be that I don't play Frostpunk in this session. These guys just wandered into the middle of town. Also, all of you guys just cutting across everything. So I'm a little worried. It doesn't seem like the end of the world, but they do keep on chopping down trees in the orchard. And I'm like, those trees do something, guys. So, a lot of food, a little bit low on firewood, always low on logs. Oh, this is now working. Okay. So I could actually quite sensibly increase the number of foresters. I think I do want to start growing my population, don't I? Let's build some more houses, but let's build them over here. Just deciding. So I kind of want to build them with their own fields. And my plan is to extend this path over. Oh, that's still a crop field. Don't know. And like this. And aha. Oops. How big does it need to be? Can we have a small orchard? No. Can we even move things? Because I would rethink this. Oh, I just want to remove that. No, get rid of the whole thing. If I put a path here, and if I get rid of the path here, then I can build a longer farm thing. Might still be too thin, we'll see. But you can have some pumpkins. And nope. Is it too small for another house as well? Well, given this, I'm just going to move this over one. Then I'm going to put a whole bunch of... I don't want to put too many farms down here, actually. In fact, I'm going to turn this into an orchard. Oh, that's that's cancel removal. God, it's complicated. Let's remove some roads as well. Let's just replan this whole thing. Let's also remove that bit of road. Don't need all of this. So, how wide can a field be? Can go one more. But it can't be built there. Let's have an orchard next to the trading post. Just seems nice, doesn't it? Also that's shown me that I basically can't do anything with this space, so it may as well connect. And then over the other side, these guys can have a house crop patch. Make some pumpkins. Can grow. I hope you like pears. Who wouldn't? I do still want the storage barn. So I'm going to slightly reduce... Oh, we already have slightly reduced my numbers of gatherers and fishermen. Do I need 2 herbalists? I'm not sure I do. Particularly because a lot of people won't be doing things. So effectively, even though I can't see them, I do have quite a lot of labourers at any one time. They're just doing other jobs. Like this tailor is not tailoring because the materials we don't have. That might be because we don't have any leather coming in. I presume the hunting cabin is making leather, but I don't really know. Nothing is obvious. So early autumn is not a good time to start planting. It's actually, no, it's good that they're starting the orchards in time. The crop field isn't really that important to do anything about at this point. Got that house quick. Oh, and a fisherman and a teacher live there. What shall I be selling? Is there anything that I have just a crazy amount of? That's a lot of pepper. Let's sell some pepper and fish. And fish. Oh, well, they're not worth very much. A root's worth much? No, I have a feeling all these raw materials might not be worth very much. It might actually be a mistake to sell my coats. So I'm going to stop doing that. But just a town you can come to if you want to buy some fish and some pepper. Swim me, boys. A well seems like a good idea pretty soon. So let's have that there. Should be pretty quick to build. Oh, and we have our first person in a grave. The others, of course, just being buried somewhere. So I'm starting to have enough logs. I think I'm not bringing in enough stone, or probably for that matter iron. Let's leave that stone because it's nice. Let's get this stone and this iron. Why not? And we've got loads there, if and when we want it. Yeah, I'm completely out of stone and iron and have been for ages. But does the game tell me that? Probably. No, don't collect iron from there. That's where you put iron. Is there... Ah! There is an increased priority. Well, that's interesting. That's useful. There's the ability to increase priority of things. There's a map. I think I'm probably not going to keep these windows up. Everything else I have up. Reserve of stone is low. Actually, the reserve of stone is high. But it's higher than it has been in ages, but we're using it immediately. So the game thinks it's low. I want to mark it. Maybe I should just put that down already. Yeah, let's do it. I mostly want it just because it's nice. It's nice to have a market. It's a good thing to have. Oh, look! Someone's coming! Someone is here. Can we trade? We can get some peach seeds. I've got to trade 2,500 units to buy some peach seeds. I don't think anything I own is going to be worth anywhere near that much. I think maybe I should prioritise for the moment making clothes and tools. And that means getting another hunting cabin, which, fine thing to have, produces more food. I don't know if I really need to put roads connected to buildings. Like, it's a really classic thing in city builders that they like your roads to be connected, but... was that a stupid place to build this? It was slightly. Because they're hunting on a bunch of mountainside. Oh well. You know, it happens. So this trader will just sit here offering me peach seeds. I'm going to dismiss him because, you know, I don't really have the goods. That was in late winter. And we're already back in spring. So this stone that we're completely, kind of always, completely low on. Oh, that costs quite a lot of stone. Well, things like that are just good to have. I think I might have more farmers than I need. This is a nice row of trees that's sprung up. Let's look at our village from the other side. Also, this space back here is quite nice. There's sort of a near and far hunting cabin. Can I change that by hand? If everything moves in limits, changing in 50s, I'd rather it be. So if everything changes in units of 100. Reserve of iron is low. Is that because this is costing a lot of iron? Did we clear all that stone already? Let's clear some of this stone. Presumably clearing stone will just create more space for wildlife? Do deer like stone? That's the question. I could think about building a quarry. Still quite a few full houses. I think I'm going to build a couple of houses without building the associated farms. People becoming students, reserve of stones being low, plenty of food, plenty of firewood. Even got some stored logs for once, so I'm going to actually take one person off being a forester. I can be a labourer while we're building that. Eventually I'll want more hunters. May as well put that up. But are roots herbs? That's my question. Or in fact, is there anything I can trade which is worth more than one? Just check them all. Potatoes, pears, mushrooms. Over, iron, herbs, firewood. Stone, pumpkin, onions, logs. Let's just check the cost of those berries. Roots and venison. Okay, what are each of these worth? Okay, iron tools are worth a bit, firewood's worth quite a lot, leather is worth a bit, venison. Oh, venison and herbs. Even logs are worth a little bit. Oh yeah, roots and herbs are different. Oops. So, next time someone comes, there will be 700 plus 300. There'll be 1,000 worth of goods there. Maybe that's a good amount. Who knows? My market is taking shape, which means it's time for some stone roads. You might wonder why I'm doing this, mostly because it's cheap. I'd actually like to take up this middle bit as well. And make this... yeah, let's do that. I have no idea how much faster these roads actually are. But... I think it would be good to have the best possible roads, basically. Just build that one bit of stone road. These guys do a weird job of taking up road. There we go. Now everyone can enjoy a nice new road. So we've got another adult. I want them to be a hunter when there's a reason for that to happen. Oh, also, I want a vendor. I have 12 vendors. That's a ton. There's also something really artificial about building this entire marketplace when really I just want a single vendor right now. Although it was a weird, pretty much non-success, the recent SimCity, it had a lovely feature in that there was a few buildings which you upgraded, basically. You built the simple version of the building, and then you either replaced it with a new building. And then instead of replacing it with a new building, you just added stuff to it to make it more workable. That particular game still had this issue of Scarlet the Farmer. There was like a small and a big version of each place. God, you guys just... the foresters are weird, and I don't really understand what they're doing half the time. Hey, there are at least 2 deer that can be hunted at this hunting cabin. Okay, right now I have no labourers. I could actually have less builders, couldn't I? Well, builders are just labourers when there's only labouring to be done. God, it must be nice for these 40-year-olds to move in to their own house for the first time. Otti and Shilomena are... yeah, there's some... It feels like people are having children pretty naturally, but at the same time it doesn't feel like there's an excess of children in the world. I don't know, I'm not really sure if we have a stable population here. We probably do. Let's do some more road replacement, because I like it. Aha, time slowed down because dysentery has happened. Let's build a hospital. Okay, let's build a hospital and let's build... Actually, let's just... Can I, There was a priority tool, wasn't there? Yeah, increase priority in this area. Do this. So what does an outbreak of dysentery mean? Who has it? Can I find that out somehow? Her health is okay. That is a weird way of spelling her name. Cold, finding someplace warm. Aha. Valen is visiting the doctor. Is there a doctor, or is he just standing there at the corner of his house, this 13-year-old student waiting to die? This might seem really cruel, and it is, and this is an example of what happens when you Greek-godify your characters, when you make them inhuman, but, you know, I would have Valen go take a long walk off the short pier, if it stops other people getting dysentery. I am going to speed up time, but only 2 times. So people live in quite close conditions. I should still build the road. Oh, I can maybe just build stone road on top of that road and save the intermediate process. Do we lack the stone and the iron? We probably do. This is a cool situation where we have to mine rapidly in order to have the resources needed. Oh, Roberta, don't be born into this cruel world of dysentery and snow. I think after this hospital, everyone still seems pretty happy, even though there isn't a church. So I think after this hospital, I might look at mines and quarries. Because it would be nice to just have a steady income of iron and stone, rather than having to continuously top up. It was really stupid of me to give them a clear the area command, because they'll clear a bunch of trees, which are fine. You guys finding enough to hunt? Yeah, looks like over there there's something. You couldn't chop any more firewood if you tried. Did the dysentery go away? Did Valen stand in the corner for long enough that he got better? That's good news. Cancel the hospital! No, let's build the hospital. Oh, they haven't actually built any of my stone path. Oh, because they don't have any stone. Oh, I'm telling all these people to build stone things and they can't. Okay, let's... It's the middle of summer, everything's actually going fine. Let's build that quarry right now. Quarries are big. Just build it over there. Is that a good idea? Maybe. Bridge. I want path now. Dirt road. Dirt road. One day. It might be my point where I'm like, yeah, I succeeded with this game, where there is something in this pasture. How much stone does a piece of stone road take? 1 per length. Maybe went a bit overboard with making stone. I'm just going to do a huge stone order. Go get all that stone, guys. I hope when I do something like that they're splitting... Oh, no, go away. Yeah, that's good. They're splitting who works where. So there's a nice glade that I accidentally created behind the forester's hut.
Well, gatherer's hut. Herbalist. That's a gatherer's hut, obviously.
Do you reckon these guys are enemies? Herbalist just has the nicest place to live. Like nice flower beds, a trellis, what's everyone else is living? I know that these aren't... This is just a workplace. It's fine. The tall tower here seems nice. I don't know how they get up it. I guess they just climb up the outside. The houses are kind of fine. Would be cool to start building some stone houses, but it's not that necessary yet. Schoolhouse is pretty boring, but, you know, it's a schoolhouse. Market's got some nice buildings. And yeah, I feel kind of better now that things are specifically there. These places, neither of them seem really nice. It's a poor choice of material, this, looks like just wood tiling. It's horrible stuff, that. It's cheap and easy, but it eventually basically dies off. Okay, how many bunch of children born?
Population on its way up to 50.
That is now significantly more than it started with. You know what? I'm just gonna set these jobs going at some point. Let's free up. Let's check actually. Will builders do builders work as labourers? Yep, they do. Oh, there's even a banished wiki. Ah, merchant is here. Ooh. So, I could give you 300 units. It's not enough, is it?
And also, I don't really need wheat seeds.
What are they going to do? Bake bread? I mean, probably. I feel like it's true that there's a bit of starch lacking from their diet. Mushrooms and roots are the only kind of... you want something solid, don't you? You want... Obviously you've got the meat. Let's hope few of them are vegetarians, but you want something substantial. You guys are not doing a good job on... I guess it's just that it's taking a long time to get all the stone. Come winter, everyone can wander over there. Let's go 10 times speed. It's early summer. With the market now, we've got plenty of space. People are pretty happy, people are pretty healthy. Pasture still does nothing. You tend to not have the raw materials to do your job, but that's alright. When you don't have the raw materials, you work as a labourer, and then you go and get the materials you need to do your job. So someone has come over here and removed some trees, despite the fact that no one has built this bridge yet. No one's built the bridge because there's no stone. The bridge leads to the quarry where we'll get stone. Here's a feedback loop. This is something I found happening all the time playing Anno 1404. I would need to do the thing to do the thing to do the thing. And people have talked about loving the game for that. That you decide you need to make books, and so you find yourself making an incredibly efficient goat farming network. But it just felt like I was never getting to do the task I needed to do. It just hit at my ADHD a bit. Like, oh, I've got to do this, to do this, to do this, to do this. It's sort of too complex. I like, as far as possible, micromanageless games. These merchants turning up must just be like, why did you summon us? Hey, more labourers. There's a lot of stone going into these paths. Let's turn them back into dirt road. It's a much better idea. It's not worth the time being spent on them. It's nice to have that bit of stone road. Everyone can see and appreciate what stone road is like. I don't think that works. What are we low on? Firewood. It's not great going into winter. I'm going to leave that patch because it'll just be awkward now. But yeah, let's get rid of the whole rest of this. To there, and then all of that. God, what a mayor. Mayor, I don't know what job I have, who proudly states, like, everything will be stone road, and then a year later, after it exposes the huge stone shortage. Well, that's nice. Good bridge. He turns around and cancels all the dirt roads and tells people to rebuild the roads that there already were. "44 people live in my town. There is space for more, but not very much. Our gain will die soon. Yeah, these guys will die and their houses will open up.
Interesting, I'm hitting storage capacity.
For logs. That's pretty good news. Hey, we have a hospital. Let's have a physician. Let's keep people healthy. Great. Now you definitely... Are you taking that... Oh, you don't need stone, you only need iron. Interesting. I may have underdone how much iron mining is going on. No, those guys have all been told to mine some iron. Yeah. Let's check how Frostpunk is doing as well. That seems to be done. Steamworks commonly distributables. So I watched a fantastic lecture yesterday by, I forget his name, but he's the guy who invented Erlang, or wrote Erlang,
Which is a language that WhatsApp is basing upon. Written in. And,
I don't know very much about Erlang or what makes WhatsApp clever, but he was fascinating. He was talking about the lecture was called "Why We're in the State We're In," and was effectively about the level of miscommunication and, as I often say, incoherence. Oh, let's connect that up. Why not? In the tech world, and it's important that everyone work on dirt road. And it is exactly this problem of, to fix some bug, Steam needs to download some distributables that it then uses to do a thing. You know, it just... These small problems just grow and grow. Oh, what's this? That's the merchant signal. He has eggs. Can I buy some eggs? What can I do with those eggs? I can't turn those eggs into chickens, can I? No. Then I don't achieve very much from buying eggs, but people will be happy. Eggs for the first time in living memory. How many did I build? 20. Every household can have one. Are there any jobs not being done? We don't have many traders or vendors, but then I'm not sure we need more. I would consider having more herbalists. When this is finally finished, I would like to have a mine. In fact, I might even start the building of that now, and then I'd like to have a church, and then... Does the mine need to be placed on a mountain? Alright, that's fine. What do you need? You need a ton of stone. So if I build the mine next to the quarry, and the quarry next to the mine, then they can provide the building materials needed to build each other from themselves. This will be the edge of the quarry. Hey, we're at the building stage. Let's have another builder. You are not producing anything because we're at our food limit, which is great. It means we have a ton of labourers. I'm intrigued. I don't think we've had leather for ages. I don't know if we actually... There's only 2 hide coats in storage. There's 97 total. So we must have. We might... how did I get out of that? Hey! Quarry's done. Interesting, so quarry actually has a limit on... No, do I mean miner? No, I mean a stonecutter. It will eventually run out of stone. But with that done, even though I am still building stuff elsewhere, I want to build my church. Eventually my town hall. And build it there, so that there can be a little square here, and I might even put, eventually, some wells in. What does this take? A ton of stone, logs and iron. Feels kind of embarrassing not having a stone path to my trading house. Also, I know this is costly and not really that important, but let's have a stone path to the church. So the stone is low. Wait, what? There are 8 labourers. But you just said there were no labourers. Why are there 8 labourers? Did something just happen? Who died? Was it... Oh, the teacher died and all the students suddenly became labourers. Cool. Oh well. The teacher died, no one replaced them, and so all the students were let out of school, and so then suddenly there were lots of people to replace them. Some of them can immediately go and become teachers, but they couldn't be teachers of each other. So I have some unskilled workmen, but that's okay. So another stonecutter, another hunter. I was saying I wouldn't mind another herbalist. No, the herbs are truly full. We do not need that. Probably be starting to sell some food in earnest. It just feels scary, given I had that starvation period. It's a little bit worrying that there are people without tools. Particularly those people who are doing the iron mining. So you are managing to get leather from somewhere, and I think that must be coming from hunting. It's coming up to an hour that I've been streaming, so I want to stop soon. I could build some stone houses and then...
a town hall and maybe a tavern. I put that there.
Within there. 2, 3, 4... No. So the production of iron is slowed down by the fact that I don't have iron needed to build tools needed to mine iron. Does this still work in winter? Looks like hard work. Having to, what are you selling? I don't... Like, maybe at some point I want to buy food from merchants, but it really seems like the only thing I'd want to buy from merchants are... sustainable resources, not one-off resources.
I guess I could
start buying some cherries and making liquor just for the sake of it. Oh yeah, make the oldest person in the village the teacher. So that they'll need... I guess, well, no, that's a pretty good idea. Oh, I take back my sass. So the iron is low. So the stone is low. Number of pigs in the pasture is all-time low. So, do we think anyone's still alive who first saw this pasture being built? Because if they aren't, no one knows what an absolute failure it was. They might think that once there were animals in there and they just got lost. Like, honestly, I'm surprised no one just found some deer and put them in there. I guess deer are kind of the most difficult animal to keep in a pasture because they can jump out. And they maybe don't like it. It takes generations for animals to be properly husbanded, and that's a lot of them just changing their culture to be okay with being controlled and being willing to do things like breed in captivity.
Oh, church is built.
Church is built. 41 people can visit church. Graveyard's almost full, but we can build another one. Leave a bit of space for some path between them. I will never learn my lesson about the using wood road, using a dirt road when I should use stone road. This just needs builders. Now, is it possible that I don't actually have any builders? I have 3 builders. I'm sure that they are occupied doing other things, because that's what they like to do.
I don't have many labourers. I don't have any labourers.
So my population that was once looking like it was trending up towards 50 is actually going back down a bit, but I think that will be in part because of waiting for old couples to die. Sorry, old couples. Oh, these guys I have a lot of time for. Mother and father living with their first-year-old child. No shame living with parents. It's a weird part of our culture that shames people on that, but makes it almost impossible. Well, not almost impossible not to, but makes it... There'd be a lot of reason to do so. I lived with my parents for 3 months a year ago, and it was quite nice. It's a good place to be at a difficult time. You know, nice to know that there's, and sympathise for anyone for whom this isn't true, but nice to know that there's a safe space out there.
Oh, I thought there was enough stone here.
Why is there not enough stone here? Let's collect a little bit more stone. The trader is here. The trader wants to trade me some beef. Do not care. Obviously, yeah. Why not work this one? That is twice the size. Let's get my work log back up. So the only remaining thing that I haven't built is a tavern and a town hall. And more stone roads. Hey! We have 15 miners, so let's have one. Oh, and this will even produce coal, which will probably reduce my amount of logs being used for firewood, so I can probably take away a couple of... Let's take away just one forester. I'm already on pretty low numbers. And put them on miner. Child named Babethel. Babe Ethel. Alright. I'm in. Okay, I now think that I actually can start selling. So each 20 of these is 300. Can I sell 100 of each? That's pushing it, but actually, you know what? I think I can. So, that's... $100 times 15, 1,500 plus 800, that's 2,300 plus 300, that's 2,600. Okay, so if I actually put that many in the trading post, I can buy seeds and things like that. Let's just see, I probably should have thought about this earlier. What's the footprint of a tavern? Perfect! Alright, it can be like that. Might put another well in the middle of this square. Maybe let some trees grow. Yeah, let's leave some space to let some trees grow. In fact, I'm going to plan out that garden right now. So, I want a... I'm only allowed to build one town hall. Fair, I guess. Let's put that well in the middle. Is that in the very middle? Looks pretty good. And then I would like people to be able to walk through this square. So it's slightly short on one side, but no one will mind. Make it short symmetrically. Yeah, that'll be nice. Can I fit a little orchard in here? I would guess not, but it would be nice. I can. Yeah, a little orchard. Obviously more pear trees. I know that everyone's sick of pears, but orchards look nice, so I'd much rather encourage them than other things. It's true the reserve of tools is low now. Oh, because I do actually have 100 of all these in there. But, you know, these will last forever. No, everything runs out. I actually think this is a really unnecessary thing in city building games and survival games, that every resource must eventually run out. I know it encourages you to make more decisions, and making decisions is the game, but I don't find deconstructing a quarry and building another one somewhere else a very interesting decision. It's not really a decision. I don't have any part in that decision. I'm not deciding that this is how it should be. I'm just doing the thing. Is this orchard only going to have 4 trees? Oh well. I wonder if Bertus is Bart's son. If you die... Oh, there, you did. Or somehow you got replaced. I'm not doing very well in... I need so many builders. Keep closing. Not doing very well in like the age distribution of my population. I have a feeling it's really top heavy. Because I slightly discouraged children for a while. And... I think I have a society that could survive with 30 people, and I think we'll have new life spring forth by then. Everyone's working without tools. Town hall is being built. Well is being built. Those stone roads are being built. Nothing else really is going on. If the labourers don't have anything to do, they can come and collect this iron and this stone. Actually, I have 0 tools. I think I might be slightly overdoing how many tools I want being made there. Okay, a whole new batch of children are being born, presumably, yeah, to these new families who are just getting houses for the first time. Dying. So I kind of want this to happen. My instinct is almost to build the last few things I haven't built yet, so that I can call the game done, and I think that's disingenuous. I think this village is pretty much done. But there is obviously more that could be done. I just think I'm coming to my end with it. Actually, I am going to start construction of this. Why not? I'm going to have a dirt road from the back here, and we are going to turn some houses, these houses, into stone houses. And hell, let's build a boarding house. Why not? For a really unpleasant place for for labourers in those houses to live. If I had a few more labourers, I think I would put them on mining and stone cutting. Because that's still, you know, basically 0 that it stays on. So you don't have a house. There are 6 citizens who are homeless because we knocked down your houses. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't think that through. Could have built this first. Where are we? We're in the middle of autumn and some people are homeless. We're in late autumn, it's freezing outside and some people are homeless. Homeless guys, how are your healths? You're pretty happy, pretty healthy. Yet more evidence that people are... Everyone talks about the rent crisis in London, but look, these guys, living in the middle of nowhere with no houses, and perfectly happy. This is another... If anyone's watched this through, you might remember at the beginning that this house was full of venison, and everyone in this house was dying of starvation. This is kind of that situation again. Like... Are you really telling me that this 60 and 70-year-old wouldn't let like one or two of these people stay with them in early winter at -8 degrees Celsius? Health's going down a bit. They're still okay. Oops. I have a full one builder. That's actually okay because there's nothing to build right now. Everything is in the builder stage. Also, I'm building this tavern. I've got nothing to serve in the tavern. There's no alcohol in this town. Oh, good. So, 4 people just moved into a house together. This 79-year-old homeless farmer. Non-educated, still doing his job. I think I remember Chorus being born right at the beginning. I remember thinking he had a nice name. And his maybe wife, an educated homeless hunter. So we do have the issue if we only just bring in enough enough stone and iron to make tools, especially when we're also busy building stuff. Do we need to promote a mayor? No. No, the only job that's not happening are herdsman and brewer. I think it is the case that I'm going to leave this game with this pasture completely not doing anything. My one woodcutter has kind of never needed to change his job. In fact, he's often got the day off. Look at this healthy supply of logs and firewood. How much firewood do we have in town? 321. Everyone's happy. The trader is here. What do you want to trade? Wheat and pears? Don't care. Don't run over a swimming deer. Eee. Well, builders started building. I'm going to claim a hunter and make him into a builder. Okay, so the good news is we do actually seem to have enough iron for all our purposes now. All these buildings have sufficient iron. They're all just waiting on stone. Still 2 homeless people. Now 81. happily lived through the winter without a house, tending to his orchard. I don't know if this game has difficulty settings. It's possible that I'm playing on a forgiving difficulty. Also, it did almost all collapse at one point. I shouldn't forget that. Hey! Oh, wow! Oh, I can have some graphs. So I think these graphs are starting at this moment. Or maybe they're starting... Oh no, this is just a year range. So, how long was it? Weirdly, the accelerated growth means that in 25 years, many people have got to the age of like 80 and died. So we've had a stable population for a while. In fact, it's gone down a little bit. Happiness has been pretty high. Health got a lot higher when people started getting educated. I think food, we had this on zero period, but now it's basically full. Log, the on zero period was longer. Stone, at one point we had some, then we spent it all. Iron, pretty much always been zero. Firewood, up and down every winter. Coal, never seen it. Tools, we had a lot until we put them into storage. Started to have enough again. Herbs, we've always had a ton. Clothing, pretty much plenty. Alcohol, we've never seen. Textile is leather, and we use it up immediately making clothes. Okay, that's nice to see. Nomads. Trade items. Cool. There is a way in which building this town hall is clearly... It's sort of the mid-game turn. Like now, maybe it's arguable we're in the end game where our priority might be acquiring all the seeds and livestock. That doesn't seem an unreasonable thing to want to do. Get into 100 population. There's probably some achievements that are fun to get. In fact... Oh, I'm in GOG. I don't know if there are achievements for this game in GOG. Dangerla. Dan Geller. Put an extra person on builder, but no one's building anything, so they can go back to being a labourer. I want to keep someone as a labourer so that the school thing doesn't happen again, where all the students suddenly disappear. Because I think that's what this is really showing. This is really useful as well, actually. So we do use quite a lot of food. Okay. A bunch of people just died. Let's redistribute some people. No. I want someone to work this, and I want someone to work this. There we go. Everyone can eat pears because orchards are more important. Because they're pretty. Okay, who died? A forester. I'm going to leave her on it at the moment, but we could do with another forester probably. But yeah, just if I switch to citizens, I think this is really telling. This education gap. Looks like everyone arrived educated, and then that got pretty low. This leap will have been I've been running at 10 times speed, so a lot more has happened in this point. This leap will have been when all the kids were knocked out of school by their teacher dying, even though one of them immediately became the teacher. Basically, everyone's always been clothed. Basically, everyone's always been happy. Like, that might be the church getting built. You can't even see the outbreak on there. I'm gonna start putting some firewood in here as well. I would put any coal if I had it. How are buildings going? No stone, no stone. No stone, no stone. Hannah the Hunter. Now, probably it would be better to have fishermen, so to have farmers and gatherers. There's a merchant. God, these merchants have been coming and going now for a few years, and all I've ever bought was some eggs. Yeah, I'll buy some potato seeds. That's everything I have for some potato seeds. Right, let's plant some potatoes. Let's put someone on it. Be nice to have something starchy. Just need 2 more stone, guys. Okay, I'm out of labourers, but there's quite a few students. I can see the population list now as well, can't I? Auction inventory, graphs. No, I don't actually have a clear way to tell how many students. It's a busy family. Hey, actually building this. Now remember, this building will do nothing. It cannot operate. It does not have the resources. But it'll be good to have it built. These buildings are starting to get some stone. Has this building got enough stone yet? No, but it's on no one's priority list. I built it last.
It might be really good to have a boarding house, actually. It gives people a
halfway house, so that they at least can move out from their parents' houses. I'm guessing they don't have children in a boarding house. That space. A dodgy behind the tavern walk.
So another hunter died of old age.
Things are looking and feeling a bit sparse. Back on not enough tools. We do have a toolsmith. We have 2 stone cutters. 2 miners. We have plenty of logs. I feel like I should keep these 2 foresters here. Oh yeah, because they're not very close to their log limit. They're pretty close to the point where it's a lot of hassle to bring the logs over here.
But
all life is pain. I'm going to change, not that anyone's making them, I'm going to change this to pumpkins. So we've got pumpkin, 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 pepper, pepper, Big potato. Big potato. He's big potato. Hey, tavern. No one works there. Oh, I can make pear. Pears can turn into alcohol. Great. What job is not important? Hunter. We don't need a hunter. We need a brewer. Make me some pear ale. I just realised I never even checked if this was different. Ooh, steel tools. Fancy. I feel like, I don't feel like I've ever seen any coal. Has any coal ever been produced? Coal. None. The congregation's kind of been the same size the whole time. I say as Ludwig the blacksmith dies and no one is able to replace him. Feels weird given how often I'm out of... No, I gotta keep the stone going. Blacksmith. I would love some students to become adults. It does feel like students are... like graduating your students really makes a huge difference. There we go. One adult has become a labourer. Let's leave them as that for the moment until there's a spare. But that's useful. Just as a safety net. Hey! A second adult with basically the same name has become a labourer, so let's make them a hunter again. No, let's make them a stonecutter. I said a while back that 30 adults felt like the minimum of what was needed to keep this town going, and I still think that's pretty much true. That's an age difference. Hey, another adult. Okay, you can become a hunter because that number has gone way down. I'm probably not being very efficient with the workers at this point. It all feels fine. I could definitely take these fishermen and gatherers off their jobs. It would all be fine. The herbalist, single herbalist has been sufficient the whole way. These guys don't have the goods they need to produce the things that they want to produce. That's the only reason to... particularly... I think hunters and miners are what I really could do with more of. I say as a farmer dies. This building's almost built. Is Andon the farmer the one who was homeless for many years and in his mid-80s? God, that man is an inspiration. I'm sitting here playing this because I don't know about a JavaScript script, and he's homelessly farming to keep his community alive. And I have the gall, the absolute gall, to blame the modern condition on my laziness. Too deep. Look at my nice log pile. Look how pleasant it is. Look how many logs we have. Shame you can't make tools out of just logs. Dangerler has become a student. It's late winter, heading into spring. Firewood does get a bit low, but I'm pretty sure most people have some in their house. I think that'll be fine. It's 0 degrees. God, I have 61 iron tools here. Good news is that I don't need any of those things, so that person can carry on their way. Oh my god! Just 4 more stone. So in summer, you say you have too much. I guess that makes sense. The trader, which is not the most important job, has died and been replaced. Someone else is becoming a student. We're back up to 30 adults. Nobody has any tools because I've got this insanely high amount of tools that I'm demanding be put into the market. So let's fix that. Just the blacksmith who doesn't have any tools to make tools. Tailor doesn't have any tools to make tools. Blacksmith doesn't have any iron to make tools. Oh look! Someone's building a house. There'll be a house here again. No, they left. No, they're back. There are no pears? There's pear orchards everywhere. What happened to all the pears? I think we might need some more farmers soon. Oh well. We got a bunch of... They're calling it ale. It's perry, but perry is nice. I'm liking the potato farmer. So, I think it's my ambition that as these labourers come out, actually to turn them back into farmers, just to feel really secure about the amount of food. Someone can live in a stone house. The herbalist and the gatherer. The two people who have the most. Apart from the huntspeople. No, I'd argue that they have the most outdoorsy jobs. Because the huntspeople, yes, they have to be outdoors stalking things all day long. But the herbalists and the gatherer have to be right, like, down on their knees picking up roots and berries. Anyway, the town as a whole have decided that they get those jobs. Also, one of them just became the cleric and the blacksmith, so I feel like people are just switching jobs at random. Right, let's have a look at... That person will soon be an adult. That person will pretty soon be an adult. Oh, that person is an adult. Let's have you as a farmer. Of the things I could sell would be some ale. How much would ale sell for? Ale would sell for 8. That seems pretty good. And we've got a lot. Still not at 50 population. Not quite there. I have to build a new graveyard soon. Halfway house is slow to build. Can I cancel? Yes. Don't remove those stones. They're nice. Remove these stones. These stones? Yes, remove all of these. Ooh. Okay, we actually had some deaths, and so the physician role is not being fulfilled. Oops. And I have a feeling the cemeteries might be full. I think I might put a cemetery here, if its class is big enough. No, it doesn't have the width it wants. Feels a bit mean putting it all the way over there. It won't fit here. Well, maybe I will have it here. Across the bridge, come across the cemetery. Cemetery cannot be... oh, because of that corner. I actually feel like converting these two houses was almost enough to ruin me. I said I was going to stop a while back, and I haven't got much closer to it. There is some one more turnness going on in this game, and that's normally a good sign for a game. The trader's here. What are you trading? Yeah! Give me some cattle! I'm gonna risk... I have to buy 2 cattle and hope that they breed sufficiently. Cattle! Let's get a worker in here! Oh, there's only space for 3. Oh, look at that! You can now be dismissed. You apparently didn't want any ale. Not an ale fan. Danglers already? God, they go up so fast. Surface stone is low. I know, it always is. Graveyards are now basically full. I feel like they're just... I feel like people keep on being moved around between graveyards, which is pretty suspicious. It's not really how you're supposed to do a graveyard. Okay. The physician died. Physician, not that necessary. I've basically never had a patient, but you know what? No, we don't need a physician. Can you put some toast in for me? I've said a few times now that I will stop at some point. It is true that my population, everyone's happy and healthy, but my population just isn't going up very quickly. There's plenty of old people. I think I just don't have enough houses. My god, there is enough stone to build this building. Can do with... oh, there we go. Someone became an adult. With another builder. so close. Yeah, complete the building. Yes. Oh, I've got another labourer. Let's make them a physician. There is a boarding house. People can now live there. Oh, received an award. Oh, that adult's popped out. Actually, you're going to be a minor, because I still just really am feeling the need for tools. I think I've got a bit of a feedback loop going on there. Also, I probably don't need as many builders anymore, given that I just finished all my building projects. So yeah, you can be a farmer. I also... Oh, I've got no tools because I'm putting them all into here. And stop selling tools. And I'm going to stop selling coats for a bit. Ale, firewood, herbs and venison, though. Those people can buy. Hey, people have tools. People have tools. People are free to die. Tools is low, but it's not none. It's a 14-year-old. There's a... Yeah, that's the... It's an 18-year-old who is the teacher. There's a 12-year-old. Can we squeeze in another house? We can squeeze in another few houses. That's enough. It's nice, this little area. There's the darkness on the edge of town. Merchant wants to trade me some mutton. Why would I want that? I have delicious beef. I could probably have one less hunter and have one more stonecutter. Even though, actually I don't... Let's have that as a minor. Oh, you're producing iron. I don't have to build another one to produce coal. But I don't feel like I need to. I feel like my town is up and running pretty well. And we haven't quite hit that population of 50. We're at 43. But I think we can see that we would, especially with these 2 extra houses. Especially with starting to build some stone houses. Benny, could you have died at a moment? Could you have grown old a moment later? Oh wait, no, we don't need that many miners anymore. Yep, here is where I stop. The little town of Moacon, where everything was actually kind of okay. And if you tuned in,